Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. This is a segment for United Patriots Alliance News. And I have with me Abe Varughese, who was just in North Carolina delivering food and other supplies to those that are in need. And I wanted to bring him on so he could talk about his experiences. Abe, where did you go? And I think you've taken two trips, right?
Correct. So the first trip we went to Forest City and then further up north to, a place called Rutherfordton, North Carolina. And we went to two shelters up there. And one of the shelters was a primary, I would say elementary school. And I talked to the principal and she had a number of students missing. So we dropped off our supplies to that. And then the second trip up to a children's home in Black Mountain, North Carolina. And definitely Black Mountain was spared a little bit, but the town next to Black Mountain called Swananoa, completely destroyed. Completely destroyed. I've never seen anything like that. A mess twisted, just rubble all over, and people just standing still, pretty dazed. You could see clothing and household items on trees 20 feet high. It's really a shocking thing to witness. We got our supplies in safely, and we also was invited to go see part of the campus of this children's home completely destroyed by a mudslide. It's just so surreal when you see huge boulders and trees that moved cabins several feet from where they were down mountain, and seeing crushed vehicles under those boulders. It was just a real surreal experience for me. But the
And
biggest
you're
thing,
exhausted today because you've done a lot of work the past few days, doing your best you can that you to help, right?
right, correct.
It's a lot of hard work. Uh, Now the children survived at the children's home.
Yeah,
Is
all
that correct?
correct. All of them survived, and there's 90 children that they take care of, and they got enough supplies for 2 weeks. And then what they have told me is that it's nothing shy of a miracle that all of them survived. They're very grateful for all the donations. These are children, most of them are abandoned. They take in infants to up to 20-year-olds. There's a story of, I think, a 12 or 13-year-old boy that's been shifted around to about 15 foster home cares, and nobody would adopt him. And they finally adopted him and told him that he's got a home there as long as he lives. So it's just cool stories like that we felt really led to go help this children's home. So we took a bunch of supplies. They needed gasoline because they were running on generators and diesel. They had both gasoline and diesel generators. They needed food, water, especially. There's no clean water up there. And then we took clothing, dried food, batteries, anything that they send me a list, and we try to get things done. And we have just a fantastic team of volunteers here. One of my friends actually drove to Charlotte to get diesel and gasoline because we couldn't find any containers in Greenville. So that's the kind of people that stepped up to help me make these trips. And I'm really grateful for them.
Wow. What would you tell to everybody out here that's watching? What would you advise them to get involved and help out?
Absolutely. But I think you would have to be very careful. I would recommend don't go out there by yourself if you don't know what you're doing. But certainly talk to, Samaritan Spurs is a good organization, but the work is so overwhelming that no one organization can come to do all what is needed to do. That's why I was incentivized to do what I did. I think everybody can help donate. Money would be very necessary right now to buy water. We have developed a system where we have contacts, and we know of a number of shelters that we're going to try to hit the next several weeks. As winter is approaching, winter clothing would be important. I don't know where these people are going to stay, honestly. Nobody's helping them in terms of rehousing them somewhere. So I don't know what that solution is. But meanwhile, I think getting food, clothing, warm clothes, clothing, water to them is of incredible importance. Just even showing up and praying for them, and helping them through their difficult time right now is so important. So I just recommend everybody to look for ways to donate. I'm going to set up a nonprofit. I've been so inspired to do that, and I'm just going to be able to collect more and make these trips for the next several weeks.
Well, thank you, Abe. It was very inspiring to see what you posted on social media about the trip up. The second trip up there is what we the photos we're showing are from that second trip.
Yes.
It's very inspiring, and God bless you for what you've done, Abe. And we'll just do our best to help those that are in need right now.
And one other thing I wanted to say is, and again, I'm not trying to stir up controversy. That's not my goal. I just want to help the people out there. But there is no evidence of anything from the federal government. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but when I went, I didn't see any federal aid coming in. It's more people like you and me, Evan, that's stepping up, helping our neighbors up north.
Yeah. Well, and from my perspective, an American who believes in the U.S. Constitution, we should be the ones stepping up. And maybe it's better that the federal government has not showed up yet, because we can take care of the problems better than the federal government, most likely.
And I think you're
Um, yeah, they would get in our way, and I think those that are the rugged type of North Carolinians, a lot of people are up there working their tails off trying to save lives and trying to feed people, and the federal government is better getting out of their way, because there's people who are going to do a better job. And I'm sure the federal government has a few good workers with the right mindset, but it's not like the people from our area that are going to be doing everything they can to help.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. They should help us, not hinder us, right? So the need is overwhelming. I think it's going to take a lot of people to help neighbors in North Carolina, Western North Carolina, Tennessee, and even in South Carolina. There's a lot of folks that need help right now. And I think everybody listening to me, please, set aside some time and money and figure out how you can help, because it's going to take all of our efforts to get those places restored, and it's going to take some time. Unfortunately, the media will forget about us, and it'll be in the next news cycle. This is going to take weeks and years to get help to these regions and get them restored.
Abe, thanks for the information. Thanks for what you've done,
Yes, sir.
and have safe trips. Your future trips up there. I hope things go well and stay safe.
Yeah, pray for us too. Thank you.
Will do.